You might be feeling overwhelmed by the challenges you're facing right now. It could seem like life is throwing one obstacle after another at you, leaving you questioning why all this is happening. But what if these struggles are not just random events? What if they are actually tests from God? Many people don't realize that God often tests us to strengthen our faith and build our character. These tests are not meant to break us, but to help us grow and become better versions of ourselves. In this video, we're going to explore the 13 clear signs that you're being tested by God and the reasons behind these divine tests. By understanding these signs, you can navigate through these tough times with greater wisdom and purpose. Recognizing when you're being tested by God is crucial for your spiritual growth and well-being. These tests are like a refining fire, designed to burn away impurities and reveal the strength of your character and faith. If we fail to recognize these tests, we might miss the valuable lessons they are meant to teach us. Instead of growing stronger and more resilient, we could end up feeling lost, frustrated, and even resentful. The consequences of not understanding God's purpose in these tests can lead to a stagnation in our spiritual journey and a lack of fulfillment in life. It's essential to see these challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as mere misfortunes. By recognizing the signs that God is testing you, you can approach these situations with the right mindset and embrace the growth they bring. One of the most common signs that you're being tested by God is when you face unexpected difficulties in areas where you usually feel secure. This could be in your job, relationships, or even your health. These challenges often come out of the blue, catching you off guard and pushing you out of your comfort zone. For instance, you might find yourself struggling with a sudden job loss or facing conflicts in your relationships that seem to have no clear resolution. These situations can be incredibly stressful, but they are also a sign that God is trying to teach you something important. It's during these times that your faith and trust in God are put to the test. You may feel like everything is falling apart, but these moments are opportunities to lean on your faith and grow stronger in your belief. Another sign of divine testing is the feeling of being alone or misunderstood. You might notice that your usual support system isn't there for you when you need it the most, or you might feel isolated in your struggles. This feeling of loneliness can be a test of your reliance on God. It's easy to depend on others for support, but sometimes God wants you to turn to Him for guidance and comfort. This test can help deepen your relationship with God and strengthen your spiritual foundation. Financial struggles can also be a sign of testing. You might find yourself in a situation where you're struggling to make ends meet, despite doing everything right. These financial difficulties can be a test of your faith and resilience. It's during these times that you learn the true value of faith and trust in God's provision. You might be tempted to take shortcuts or compromise your values, but these tests are meant to strengthen your integrity and commitment to doing what is right. In each of these situations, the key is to recognize that these are not just random hardships, but intentional tests from God. They are opportunities to grow in faith, patience, and resilience. By understanding these signs, you can navigate these challenges with a sense of purpose and clarity, knowing that they are part of a greater plan for your growth and development. Understanding the purpose behind God's tests can give us the strength and perspective needed to endure them. One key reason God tests us is to strengthen our faith. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance, our faith deepens and becomes more resilient through trials. These tests challenge us to trust in God's plan, even when we cannot see the outcome. They remind us that faith is not just about believing in good times, but also holding on to that belief when things are tough. Another purpose of these tests is to build character. The challenges we face often reveal our true selves, showing us where we need to grow. They bring to light any weaknesses or areas in our lives that need improvement. For example, facing a difficult situation might reveal a lack of patience or compassion. These insights are invaluable for personal growth. God's tests are like a mirror, reflecting back our strengths and weaknesses, giving us the opportunity to work on them and become better individuals. God's tests also serve to purify our motives and intentions. Sometimes, we may not even be aware of the selfish or misguided motives driving our actions. These tests help us to see our true intentions more clearly. For instance, a test of generosity might arise where we are called to give without expecting anything in return. This can reveal whether our giving is truly selfless or if we are seeking recognition or rewards. Through these experiences, we learn to align our actions with pure intentions, aiming to please God rather than seeking personal gain. During testing times, patience and faith are not just virtues but essential lifelines. One of the most challenging aspects of these tests is the waiting period. It's during these times that we are called to be patient, even when it seems like nothing is happening. This waiting can be excruciating, especially when we are eager for answers or solutions. However, patience is a critical component of faith. It teaches us to trust in God's timing, which is always perfect, even if it doesn't align with our own. Patience also helps us to develop endurance. In the Bible, we often see that those who waited on God were rewarded with blessings that far exceeded their expectations. This is because patience allows us to be fully prepared for the blessings that God has in store for us. It prevents us from rushing into situations prematurely, which can lead to missed opportunities or mistakes. By cultivating patience, we learn to wait for God's perfect plan to unfold, trusting that He knows what is best for us. Faith is the foundation that supports us through these challenging times. It's easy to have faith when everything is going well, but the real test of faith comes when we face adversity. Faith is believing in God's goodness and promises, even when our circumstances suggest otherwise. It means trusting that God is with us, even in the darkest moments, and that He will see us through. This unwavering faith gives us the strength to keep going, even when we feel like giving up. It reassures us that there is a purpose to our pain and that God is working all things together for our good. Passing God's tests is not just about surviving difficult times. It also brings about incredible rewards and blessings. One of the most profound rewards is spiritual growth. As we navigate through these tests, we become more mature in our faith. We learn to trust God more deeply, rely on Him more completely, and understand His ways more clearly. This growth is invaluable as it strengthens our relationship with God and equips us to face future challenges with greater confidence and peace. Another blessing is the development of a stronger character. Through these tests, we cultivate virtues such as patience, humility, and resilience. These qualities not only help us to navigate our own lives, but also enable us to support and inspire others. When we have gone through tough times and emerged stronger, we can share our experiences and insights with others who are struggling. This not only helps them, but also gives us a sense of purpose and fulfillment. God's tests often lead to greater blessings than we could have imagined. Sometimes, these blessings come in the form of tangible rewards, such as a new job opportunity, a restored relationship, or improved health. Other times, they are intangible, such as a deeper sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment. These blessings are a testament to God's faithfulness and love. They remind us that He is always with us, guiding us through every trial and rewarding our faithfulness with His abundant blessings. As we pass these tests, we not only grow closer to God, but also experience the fullness of the life He has planned for us. It's easy to misunderstand the nature of God's tests, leading to confusion and frustration. One common misconception is that these tests are punishments for wrongdoing. However, God's tests are not about punishment, but about growth. They are designed to help us become more spiritually mature and to deepen our relationship with Him. Just as a teacher gives tests to assess and enhance a student's knowledge, God uses these trials to strengthen our faith and character. Another misconception is that God's tests are a sign of His absence or indifference. Many people feel abandoned by God during tough times, believing that He has left them to fend for themselves. In reality, these tests are often a sign of His close presence. God tests those He loves, and He is always with us, guiding and supporting us through every challenge. These tests are opportunities for us to draw closer to Him and to experience His love and grace in new ways. Some also believe that God's tests are beyond their ability to handle. It's common to feel overwhelmed and think that the challenges are too much to bear. However, the Bible assures us that God never gives us more than we can handle. Every test is an opportunity to discover the strength and resilience we have through our faith in Him. He provides the resources, support, and guidance we need to overcome every challenge. Recognizing the end of a test can be as important as recognizing the test itself. One sign that a test is over is a sense of peace and resolution. After a period of struggle, you might find that the situation suddenly becomes clearer, and the turmoil you felt begins to dissipate. This peace is often accompanied by a deeper understanding of the lessons you were meant to learn during the test. It's a moment of clarity where things that once seemed confusing or painful make sense. Another sign is the appearance of new opportunities or blessings. Just as a student receives a report card after exams, God's approval often comes in the form of new doors opening in your life. These can be job opportunities, healed relationships, or even a newfound sense of purpose and direction. These blessings are indications that you have successfully navigated the test and are ready to move to the next level of your spiritual journey. Sometimes, the end of a test is marked by a sense of spiritual growth and transformation. You may feel more mature, more at peace, and more aligned with your true self and purpose. This inner transformation is one of the most profound signs of God's approval. It shows that you have not only passed the test, but have also grown in your faith and relationship with God. Personal stories and testimonials are powerful ways to illustrate the concepts discussed. For instance, many people have shared how they faced severe financial struggles, only to find that these challenges strengthened their faith and brought them closer to God. Others have experienced deep loneliness and isolation, which ultimately led them to a more profound understanding of their spiritual needs and the discovery of a supportive community. These stories highlight that God's tests are unique to each individual and that the outcomes can be transformative. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles and that others have walked similar paths and found strength and growth on the other side. Sharing these experiences can provide comfort and encouragement to those currently facing their own tests, showing them that there is hope and purpose in their trials. Understanding and recognizing God's tests in our lives is a crucial step in our spiritual journey. These tests are not random or meaningless. They are divinely orchestrated opportunities for growth and transformation. By embracing these challenges with faith and patience, we can emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true purpose. It's important to remember that God's tests are a sign of His love and care for us. They are meant to refine us, strengthen our faith, and prepare us for greater things. While the journey may be challenging, the rewards are immense. Spiritual growth, deeper faith, and the fulfillment of God's promises are just some of the blessings that await those who persevere. So, if you find yourself in a period of testing, take heart. Know that you are not alone, and that these challenges are part of a greater plan for your life. Embrace the process, trust in God's timing, and stay patient. Your breakthrough is on the way, and the lessons you learn along the journey will be invaluable. Remember, you are being prepared for something greater, and with faith and patience, you will emerge victorious.